Okay, so today I wanted to talk about the DAIMAI. The DAIMAI is the only horizontal channel in the body. Translation of DAIMAI might be belt meridian or belt channel, right? Goes all the way, all 360 degrees around the body, and it's one of the main ways that human beings move, right? So we're going to do a few exercises, actually some that we've already done, and a few others, and I want to talk a little bit about the use of the DAIMAI when we're doing these. So grab your sticks again. All right, the first exercise we're going to do are the ping circles, the level circles. So you know there are 3 dimensions in space, and we move in those 3 dimensions in circles and spirals. The front to back dimension is the Li dimension, the side to side is the Shu dimension, and the level is the ping dimension. So let's do the ping circles, and as you do this, pay attention to the belt meridian around the waist. Right? Okay, as you do this, you may feel something like a ball going around the DAIMAI, right? All around and then out the back and out the right, but around and around, right? That, in a sense, stands in for your hands. It's the focal point, the energetic focal point. You want to pay attention to that. Feel it go around your waist and just be aware of it. All right, and reverse. So what good does that do to keep your mind on that ball as it goes around? Well, one is it just to become aware of it. Remember, your chi and your mind are 2 sides to the same coin. So if you're doing a ping exercise and your mind is off somewhere else, your chi is going to be kind of discombobulated. But if you put your mind on the feeling as it goes around the waist, now you're deliberately melding your mind and your energy together, and that's the actual practice. Around and around. From the health point of view, this is what makes Qigong and Tai Chi work, because by keeping your mind on your daimai or any of the other channels when you use them, you're helping the flow of qi through the body, and that's what keeps your body tissues healthy. From the martial point of view, I'll demonstrate with Annie. Suppose that in wrestling Annie, a big mean guy Annie, right? She just happens to put her hand into my hand just by accident, right? That gives me a chance to do a joint lock. The joint lock is not done with your arm. It's done with the daimai. It's not only the daimai, but at least with the daimai, right? So I'm going to start by being a little closer to her, and then I'm going to move away as I turn my daimai. Right? And watch my arm. It's almost just quiet. It's almost just still. Right? That's how Tai Chi works as a martial art. You use the energy channels, not your muscles. Yeah, your muscles are in there, but they're secondary. All right? Make sense? Mm-hmm. You do it. Yeah, exactly. So when she does it that way, not only is she using her energy channels, because her mind and her energy are together. She's liking this too much. All right. She's also using her whole body weight this way, and that makes her much stronger than if she just tried to use your arm. She's just going to use her arm.
No.
Nothing will happen. But if she uses her body weight, she can get something accomplished. Okay, let's do some shoe circles, some side to side circles. And as we do these, watch inside your body for if and when you're also using your daimai, right? It's pretty easy to feel the daimai when you're doing ping circles because that's basically all you're using is the daimai. But suppose we're doing shoe circles, right? Are you also using your daimai, going side to side? And reverse. Okay, for me, when I'm doing those, I definitely feel my daimai. It's not as strong as in the ping circles, and it's not the same pattern. In the ping circles, I'm going all the way around my waist, right? All 360 degrees. But when I'm doing the shoe circles, instead, it's rocking back and forth. It's not necessarily going all 360 degrees. It's going 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and reverse. 1, 2, right, left, right, left, right, left. All right. So think about in the Tai Chi form. When you do the form, think about these two because those are what you're using. So maybe you're doing a move. Watch the Dan Qian. That's that same rocking back and forth pattern. And it's just happening because you're shifting your weight and you're spiraling down your legs. Spiral. That's going to turn your daimai to the right. Spiral. That turns it to the left. If you're aware of that, you can kind of cultivate the use of the daimai in all those motions. And just like Annie just demonstrated, it will make your body much stronger. Now, suppose we're doing front to back circles, Li circles. Feel inside. And reverse. Okay, do you feel the use of the waist in there? Do you feel the use of the waist?
Yes, and I have it associated with shifting my weight.
Exactly.
It's like if my weight is shifting, there's some aspect of the DAIMAI that's involved.
So hopefully you could hear what Annie just said. When you're doing Lee circles, front to back circles, the use of the DAIMAI is much more subtle. This is not subtle, right? This one is a little different pattern, but it's not super subtle. But boy, when you're doing the Lee circles, it's very subtle. And what it has to do with is shifting the weight. If you do Lee circles with your weight exactly 50-50, try it. No, just exactly 50-50.
Well, that's very unpleasant.
It's very unpleasant. And you won't feel any use of the DAIMAI because it just deadens the lower body. But if you do that one neat trick, right, of coming up on the right leg and going down on the left leg, or vice versa, right? So I'm doing a front to back circle, but I'm shifting my weight. We're up on the right, down on the left, up on the right, down on the left. And then when I reverse, I'm probably going to reverse that order. So I'm going to go up on the left, down on the right, up on the left, down on the right. Right? And that subtle shift, right, is a very subtle use of the DAIMAI. But it's really important because it makes you feel, and it is, right, that you're using your whole body.
Yeah, the energy is actually going through.
It's going through, it's going from foot to foot. You're using the lower body just as much as you're using the upper body. Okay, the human body, for our purposes, makes three kinds of motions. One, in the lead dimension, the front to back dimension, right, what we were just doing, is just like an inchworm, right? Right? Open, close, open, close, open, close. When you are doing the form, right? Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. So front to back motion is like an inchworm crawling, right? Open, close, open, close, open, close. The second movement is twisting from side to side. This is the one where you really use it. It's all about the DAIMAI, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The third kind of motion is I'm gonna label it angel motion. Do you know what a snow angel is? Right? Genevieve, what's a snow angel?
It's when you lie in the snow and wave your arms like Catherine is doing, and your legs, and you make a snow angel.
Right. Well, and you also should be doing your feet too. So you're going to make a snow angel. That's the third kind of movement. All right. So it's front to back, all right, level, and your side motion like that. Those are kind of the three kinds of movement. Now the truth is, each of those movements has a channel or several channels that it uses to accomplish those movements. But actually, you always use every channel. It's just which channel is the major channel. So if I'm doing a motion like this in Tai Chi, that's really all about the DAIMAI. But there's a little Shu in there. There may even be a little Li in there. Maybe it's only 2%, but it's always a little bit. So rarely, in fact, I can't think of any place that is purely one of those three motions and only that. It's always a combination of all three. It's always a hybrid. So the very beginning of the form, those are Lee circles, 3 Lee circles. But there's a little ping in there too, because I'm going to rise on the right and drop on the left, and rise on the right and drop on the left, and rise on the right and drop on the left. So there is a little action turning. There's very little shu energy in there. So maybe it's 1% shu energy, 4% ping energy, and 95% Li energy, but there is a little bit mixed in there. One of the things that can help you when you're learning the form is, when you're working on a move or whatever, is just to ask yourself as you're doing the move, what am I doing? Am I doing Li? Am I doing ping? Am I doing shu? And in what proportion? All right. So let's put the sticks away and do a couple other exercises. Let's do the windmill. When you're doing the windmill, how far does it go? It should go all the way around back to your spine, and then all the way around back to your spine. Watch my hands. So when you do this, of course, you can do it your own way. But the way that you should be doing it is, as your hand goes around, it taps your sacrum, right? Not up on your spine, but down on your spine. Not up here, but down here. And you want to tap it with this part of the fist. Not the back of the fist or whatever, because you'll hurt your hand. Right? But with the, pop, pop, pop. So it's a little pop, 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 pop. Now your hand that's in front also pops your body, but instead of in the center, it's going to pop the 2 qua. So the right qua, the left qua. Very lightly. Shift your weight. Okay, so this pattern is like the shu pattern. It's around, and then it's all the way around. So you are going 360 degrees, but you'd only do one, and then you reverse it. And you do one, and you reverse it, and one, and reverse, and one, and reverse. Okay, let's finish up with the grindstone. The grindstone is similar, but it's not the same. All right. First, we're going to do it just in front of the body. But in your mind, you need to be going all the way around the waist, all 360 degrees. And this doesn't go back and forth. It just goes around and around and around, right? So I'm going to come out my right side and go across my belly and in the left side and now across my back. And it's going to come out the right side again and across the belly and in the left side and across my back. So it's going in a ring all the way around my DAIMAI. And reverse. Right now, across my back, out the left side, across my belly, in the right side, across my back, across my belly, across my back, all 360 degrees. Okay. So what does that exercise, for instance, have to do with the Tai Chi form? It's perfectly good just as a Qigong exercise. You're just melding your mind and the energy around your waist and shooting the energy around the waist. But if you're doing Tai Chi, what if you're doing a move like this? That's a very similar move. Watch the white, the danqian. It's exactly the same pattern that we just practiced. If you're doing Tai Chi and you just move your arms, but you have no awareness of this, it's not really Tai Chi because you're not engaging your energy channels, your inner energy body. Okay, let's go on to the final part of that exercise where we just go around. Boom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, this is a very different exercise. First, you're practicing the two major energies, yin and yang. So just like if you were a ball player, right, and you were winding up to hit, right, that's exactly what you're doing in the exercise. You're winding up, you wind up, and then you hit. And you wind up again, and you hit. And you wind up again, and you hit. When you wind up, you're condensing into the middle of your body. All right? You condense everything in, and the whole body is screwing down into the ground, down into the left foot, and then it unscrews in the other direction. This is yin, you condense. This is yang, you expand. So what happens now with the DAIMAI? Well, you can feel the DAIMAI is winding up in this direction, and now it's actually going to lead this motion. Watch the white. That movement of the DAIMAI is what pulls the arms around. And then as they come around, you also tap your back, but in a different place. Let me demonstrate with Annie, so she'll turn her back to the camera. In that first exercise we did, you're constantly tapping yourself from the right and from the left in the center, on the sacrum, so your tailbone. But in this one, you don't go all the way to the sacrum. Instead, you come out to the hip on one side and the hip on the other side. The SI joints, the sacroiliac joints. So, thank you. All right. So, instead of going all the way to the center, I just go out to the hip, all right? Where I feel my leg join up into my hip. That's the sacroiliac joint. And you're just giving them light to moderate taps, right? In order to kind of loosen them up a little bit.
Well, you're establishing a vibration.
Yes.
Yes. It's vibratory.
Yes.
You know, especially when we hit the sacrum, I can feel the bowl of this part of my body.
You're ringing the bowl.
Yes, I'm ringing the bowl, and that's what it goes boom, 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 boom.
Yes.
Boom, 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 boom.
So
it's like that.
If this is the bowl of your pelvis, all right, here, hold this. All right. This stands in for your pelvis. Right? It's like a big bowl. So on the first exercise, right, you come around and you hit it right in the center, in the back. Right? And you can feel that vibration go all the way around. Well, it's going all the way around you. On this exercise, instead of right in the center, we're hitting a little bit off to the side. And this side. All right, so you are ringing your own bell. Right. Wind up, yin, yang, tap. Right? Yin, yang, tap. And reverse. Now tap on the left side. Wind up. Yin, yang, yin, yang, yin, yang, yin, yang. Now, on all these exercises, this one in particular, it's really important to shift your weight. If you just sort of have your lower body is just sort of sitting there and you're going like this, yeah, it's better than nothing. But it's not nearly as good as shifting your weight. And I mean shifting it. Like you could lift your foot up. Boom. Boom. And the other side. And good. So every exercise that has a level element in it, actually every exercise, look for the pingness within the exercise. Some of the exercises are almost pure ping. Those you'll really catch. Some of them are much more subtle, but there's always ping energy in there. Like if you do head rolls, well, there's some Li energy in there, there's some Shu energy in there, and there's a lot of ping energy in there. And down to center and reverse. And down to center and back up. So one way to think about Tai Chi when you're doing it, after you've learned, say, the basic beginning form, you don't have to worry too much about the choreography. Then start paying attention to these channels. And when you do it, you gradually move toward realizing you're just energy.
Yeah.
Right? And it's the energy that's moving. Okay. Okay, next week we'll work on say the Lee circles, and then the week after we'll work on the Shu circles a little bit and get them all together. All right, if you're going to stay for beginning Tai Chi, give me 15 minutes. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Ciao.